Assalamu alaikum, from Pakistan International School Qatar. For e-learning program. This video lecture is prepared by the Department of Social Sciences for the subject of Social Studies, Class 5. And this is lecture number 2. Dear students, before we proceed, there are some instructions to be followed. Watch the video when you are ready. You must have a pen, paper or notebook to write down important points. In case of any confusion, stop the video and write it down at that specific moment and continue the video. If you find your answer in the later part of video, it's fine, otherwise feel free to ask question from your subject teacher for clarity. At the end you have to complete a given worksheet, so be attentive throughout the video lecture. All the best. Dear students, the topic of today's video lecture is understanding first term syllabus and important topics of lessons. Here on right side you can see the title page of your book, Social Studies for Pakistan for Class 5. This is the latest edition of the book. Dear students, the learning objective of today's lecture are: the student will be able to understand first term syllabus of Social Studies Class 5. Write down syllabus on their notebooks. My dear students, the whole year is divided into 2 terms. The whole term is divided into 3 equal blocks. Each block comprises of 6 weeks. Number of lessons in each block are adjusted according to the length of lessons. You can see in this table that block 1 that comprises of 3 lessons. Lesson number 1, lesson number 2 and lesson number 5. The second block that comprise of lesson number 7 and lesson number 10. And the last block number 3 that comprise of lesson number 12 and 13. Rest of time will be used for the revision of the whole syllabus. Block number 1 and lesson number 1 is maps. The main topics of this lesson are: what is a map? Importance of map in our daily life. Kinds of maps, political, physical and relief. Then you will understand the difference between longitude and latitude. What is equator? International date line. How to study a map will be very interesting topic of this chapter. Using an atlas will be the last topic of the chapter. Block number 1 and lesson number 2 is world climate. The main topics of this lesson are: difference between climate and weather, that's a forever an important topic of social studies. Effects of climate in our daily life is another important topic. Next will be temperature and its variations. The climate of Pakistan is a striking topic of the chapter. Climate change will be the next topic and is very important to understand this concept. The next will be the greenhouse and effects of greenhouse gases on climate. And lastly, ways you can help reduce the effects of climate will be the topic that will end the chapter. Block number 01 and lesson number 5, our country. This will be an important chapter to know about our country Pakistan. The main topics of this lesson are: a land of contrasts. The information, some important cities like Islamabad, Karachi, Lahore, Rawalpindi, Peshawar, Quetta will be the outstanding part of the chapter. The next topic will be Pakistan in the world. In this we will learn the position and importance of Pakistan in the world. Some next but important topics will be public goods and services, private goods and services, the armed forces, social services, our problems. Pakistan and you will be the last topic to end this chapter. Block number 2 and lesson number 7, agriculture and irrigation in Pakistan. As Pakistan is an agricultural country, so this is very important chapter to know in detail about crops and irrigation system. The main topics of this lesson are: main crops, understanding difference between food crops and cash crops. A detailed study will be made to learn food crops like wheat, rice, maize, millet, and pulses. And cash crops like cotton, sugar cane, tobacco. Livestock is another interesting topic. Irrigation is an important topic of the chapter. Students will understand the meaning of the term irrigation, and then there will be sessions to learn different means of irrigation like canals, shaduf, jarsa, Persian wheel, Keres, tube wells. Dear students, we are living in a global village and this is the century of IT. Our next lesson will be lesson number 10, Information Communication. The main topics will be like sources of information, how we get information. Mass and non-mass media will be the next interesting topic. Advantages and disadvantages of print and electronic media. Afterwards we will learn what is a newspaper, what is a news report, what is an advertisement, and public service messages will be the last topic of this chapter. Block number 3 and lesson number 12 will be our culture. This chapter will be very interactive and all students will enjoy. The main topics will be like meaning of culture, learning what make our culture, common characteristics of Pakistani culture, religion, language, family, food, culture in the different provinces, Punjabi culture, Sindhi culture, Baluchi culture, Pushtun culture. All sessions to learn these provincial cultures will be more interesting when all students will participate and present their own cultures with their fellows. The topic, a multicultural society, will conclude this chapter. Block number 03 and lesson number 13, Early History of Islam, will be our last chapter of first term. This chapter is from the discipline of history and importantly from Islamic history. The main topics will be like the rightly guided caliphs, Hazrat Abu Bakr, Hazrat Umar ibn al-Khattab, Hazrat Usman ibn Affan, and Hazrat Ali. The last topic will be the Umayyads and the Abbasids. Dear students, at the end it can be summarized that the syllabus for the subject of Social Studies Class V is very informative as well as interesting. There are so many new topics and at the same time, the knowledge base of some previously learned topics will also be enhanced. It is hoped that this will make us more responsible and informed citizens of our society. Dear students, if you have any question, write it down and ask from your subject teacher by following the given instructions. Thank you. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.